Hello and welcome. Today I am going to discuss about one of the ancient schools of thought in Indian philosophy, Shankho philosophy. Shankho philosophy, it is so rich in nature that many other philosophies also influenced by Shankho philosophy. Shankho philosophy, some key features we have to understand. In this philosophy, it is systematic enumeration and rational examinations can be seen. In ancient days, philosophers believed, especially Shankho philosophers and other philosophers believed that Shankho philosophy is so important because it for its systematic explanation. So nowadays, people, though it is the text of Shankho philosophy, it is not available with us, but still we believe the contribution of Shankho philosophy is really unforgettable. Now, Shankho philosophy. First is one of the 6 Astika schools of Indian philosophy. It belongs to orthodox schools of thought. So obviously, it believes in the validity of Vedas. Now, closely related to Yoga school. Shankho is closely related to Yoga school, though they have some differences. It is dualist in nature. Why? It considers universe as consisting of 2 realities. Purusha, which is consciousness, and Prakriti, which is matter. Now, Shankho denies the final cause of Ishvara or God. Shankho philosophy only believes in Vedas, they don't believe in the final cause of Ishvara. This is very important thing because at that time it was so advanced and so scientific, and the explanations about nature were so rational and so logical that we have to take it in a very open mind. Next is, it is an atheistic philosophy, as it does not believe in God. That is why they are telling that it is an atheistic philosophy. Now, Shankho philosophy considers the Vedas a reliable source of knowledge. Now, text and references. It is as it is very ancient philosophy, so texts are not available. From different sources, we can able to know about Shankho philosophy. Sage Kapila was the proponent of this philosophy, and from Chandogya Upanishad, Katha Upanishad, and from Mahabharata we can know about Shankho philosophy and also philosophers. Now, epistemology. Shankho believed that there are 3 sources of valid knowledge. One is Pratyaksha, which means perception. Another is Anuman, that is inference, and Shabdo, that is the testimony of their teacher or gurus. Now, dualism in Shankho. I have told you that Shankho philosophy is dualist in nature, and it considers Purusha and Prakriti are 2 independent agents. Now, they believe that this Purusha is consciousness and Prakriti is matter, and they are irreducible, innate and independent realities. Now, what is Purusha? Purusha is the transcendental self or pure consciousness. It is absolute, independent, free, imperceptible, unknowable through other agencies, above any experience by mind or senses, and beyond any words or explanations. So it is non-attributive consciousness. Now, what is Prakriti? Prakriti is the first cause of the manifest material universe, of everything except the Purusha. It has 3 qualities or 3 gunas: Sattva, Tamas and Rajas. What is Sattva? That is poise, fineness and lightness. Rajas, dynamism, activity, excitation, and Tamas, inertia and coarseness. Now, causality in Shankho. Shankho believed that Sat Karyavad. Why it is? According to Sat Karyavad, the effect is pre-existent in the cause, or the effect is actually, it is there within the cause. There is only an apparent or illusory change in the makeup of the cause, and not a material one when it becomes effect. From that thing, we can understand that this theory was, you can say that taken by other philosophical schools later in Western world, also in Indian philosophy. So that need to discuss detail. I'll try to cover up in my other videos. Now, next is Shankho ontology. 24 tattas. The two primary purposes of evolution of Prakriti are the enjoyment and the liberation of Purusha. And here Prakriti is called Bhagya. So the thing is that there is a main thing, that two primary purposes of evolution of Prakriti are the enjoyment and the liberation of Purusha. Now 23 evolutes of Prakriti. What is that actually? When Prakriti interacting with Purusha, it undergoes some changes. So this can be divided into 23 categories. Intellect, ego sense, mind, 5 sense organs, 5 organs of actions, form, taste, sound, touch, and so many things that can be seen. Now, liberation of moksha. Shanka regards ignorance or avidya as the root cause of suffering and bondage or samsara. We can see this thing in other Indian philosophical schools where they have discussed that ignorance is the only cause for our pain. Shanko states that the way out of this suffering is through knowledge, proper knowledge or vivek. When you are able to know the proper knowledge, a proper reality of nature, then only you can able to get out from this chain of bondage. Now, moksha results from knowing the difference between Prakriti and Purusha, which is very much important. Now, influences. This Shanko school of thought influenced many scriptures, as I have told you. That's Vedic, Upanishadic, Buddhist and Jain philosophy also. And not only that, it is said that later Shanko philosophers also, they have influenced by many other philosophical schools. So this much today. Thank you.